That's just me reporting what I see. From there, you do whatever you want. You buy it, you take a chisel, you take a saw, and you take one of those raper for the bottom of a door, your woodwork tools, whatever you want to do, and just scrape it so it'll look nice.
It's time for a journey. Come along with us. We're flying the big skies, heading to our next RV inspection destination. It's a huge commute, but we love what we do, helping one RVer at a time. Can you guess where we're going? Saddle up for the ride because we're almost there. It's RV inspection day, and today we are in Alvarado, Texas, about to inspect this beautiful Newmar SuperStar 4065. Now stick around. Our customers are on the way here because they want to meet us by noon in case we find something. We don't know what we're going to find, so stick around because we'll update you at noon and the end of the day.
All right, first glimpse from inside to out. I came back inside because they put the generator on this. But I remember the customer telling me that they came here but the batteries were dead. Well, now I kind of figured that the inverter probably doesn't charge, because as you can see here, we got the inverter on and the inverter charging. It probably went to 11.3, now it's down to 11.2. We're on the generator, mind you. So the transfer switch box is working because as I shut off the battery a little bit earlier, Laura was checking out her convection oven that was still working. So I figured that the convection oven is drawing its power, its voltage, its amperage from the inverter. So the inverter is actually working, but I don't think the charger, it's charger, inverter, it's all in one box. Now don't worry, it's about 2,500 bucks or 3,500 bucks, so it's nothing. Exactly, so that's the point. So we definitely have an issue here that we'll go note and they'll figure it out. I'm going to try to have to start this engine to actually put a leveling system. Meanwhile, I was holding back to go outside because I've got slide out issues. What's new, you're going to say? Yes, it is, but this is brand spanking new. 1,300 miles and we already have this problem. Let's go check this outside. So Newmar construction. Again, it's like this is brand new, 1,300 miles like I said. We already have, see, this is nice, it's even. Then I end up down here. Okay, well, I'm almost touching here. So if you see the bow here, now it's starting to go in, now my pencil's loose all the way. But this is consistent all the way to here. And then when I end up here, this trim has been glued down like this. Okay, what are you gonna do? Change the whole trim, make it so it's fit better? Because right now, it's about to touch there. But let's go check the other one. So here it's about the same thing. I got nice distance, you know, it's kind of even in the hole. A little bit, this one is out this way. So see, the consistency of their trim is not, it's really inconsistent. So on this one, it's the same thing. Well, now I'm almost touching. And this is pretty much lined up. So the trim has been made like this. All right, well, nothing you can do. They didn't care when they built it, in my mind. But now I come with this big one. Now this big one is about even on every end. I got a lot of room in the front and the back. And then I end up at the bottom, it's pretty good. Okay, now I have a problem. This is actually scraping. You see this? You see this? This little corner is scraping on my lower trim. All right, so you say, well, they just have to adjust it and go up. All right, well, this slide out from what it appears, it's level, it's even. Same with this one. All right, my corners not touching, almost not touching. So that's what I have for right now, other than the inverter that I know doesn't seem to be charging. See, and I have my gap in the front, that is normal, and everything is level, there's no issue. So how are you gonna go up with the slide out in the back? Well, not really. So you gotta adjust those trim. So you're going to somewhere in Indiana where they put those together. That's how I feel. But hey, that's just me reporting what I see. From there, you do whatever you want. You buy it, you take a chisel, you take a saw, and you take one of those raper for the bottom of a door, your woodwork tools, whatever you want to do, and just scrape it so it'll look nice. And you're good. So actually, let's go chase real issues. Now we're going to try to start this truck because now I don't know if the batteries are dead again, and try to make our leveling system. Now we're going to start working. So we'll see you at lunchtime.
All right, let's talk about my stow and go. So here you are in the cab, and it's time to just get up and get yourself a cup of coffee, make lunch, or go to the bathroom. And you can do all of that. As a matter of fact, I've got muffins cooking in the convection oven right now as we speak. Cooked us some breakfast over here. Had a little Mexican omelet this morning. Have access to the fridge, and I can squeeze through here. I can actually take a shower. This, I think, is going to become the closet because they want to put this all up, have a nice area for closet, maybe even office space, and you have access to your bedroom. So don't forget, upgrade your mattress. Once you get into your new RV, those cement pad mattresses are not fun to sleep on. So this is your stow and go in the SuperStar 4065.
Okay. All right, lunchtime recap. Beautiful SuperStar. I still have a problem with, I have an electrical issue. Not me, this. Me, I'm grounded all the time, just saying. So here's the deal that I have here. Give me this. I'm gonna try to see if we can see this. You will see at one point, high 81 hertz. So when you have a lot of hertz, you can do research on this. And it's not good for our motors and our system because it makes everything go faster. It's not supposed to read more than 60. 60 is the average hertz that you have on a 120 system. And my voltage inside, even if I got 120, 122 on the outside, it'll go down 115, which is fine. But we also had reading of 113 on short power. So whoever's out there that want to give me an answer on the disadvantage of having a reading of 80 hertz on this, please leave it in the comment below, because some of them people are smart, they know about electrical, and I'm okay with learning. For me, this is an issue. It is an issue because I don't have 60, I got 81 hertz that comes in from my 2-line. And I tested the system on the intake from the dealership's power, and we're good. So maybe they need to check their hertz as well. But see, once I'm inside, I only have 60 hertz. It's a little bit of a kind of thing up in the air that we don't really know where we stand with this one. So my roof was perfect. My slide out, I'm working on that still because I got to go do my seal on the tops of them, and we'll see how that turned out. Other than that, it's pretty solid unit. I'm pretty hyped up to now. And I know the customers are on their way somehow. Now we're finally in the state where there's 3 seasons in the same day. Now I'm ready to take this off. So it's getting warm. It's at least 61 degrees. Let's go see what Laurel has for us at lunchtime.
So it's lunchtime, and I have a lot of little things to tell you about. First of all, let's talk about the TV. So I came in and I did see that the top of the televator was sitting on the couch and that there were scratches on the TV. Well, then later somebody came to see me to say, can I replace the TV? Because they realize this is an issue. But coming back into the back of the coach here, as we walk in here, we have some damage here in the ceiling. Okay, not a huge deal, but this coach, it's a $550,000 coach. It's kind of a big deal to me. And then we have underneath the bed, this strut lift right here. This needs to be replaced. As you can see, it's popping out. You don't want that falling on your head because I'm telling you, those are pretty darn heavy. As far as water, I have started my water. I know, and it's lunchtime, right? So I'm doing the washing machine and I got that error code E1F8. I looked it up. It said that maybe there's a pinched hose, maybe the water's not turned on. So yep, the water wasn't turned on. I turned everything on, still getting that code. Not my job to fix it, although I tried to figure it out. The dryer worked perfectly, but I'll do the rest of my water this afternoon after we have lunch. But when I was doing the refrigerator, not a big deal, but just a couple of little things. I mean, it's new, right? So you don't want to come in and see grease already in the top of the fridge, but also there's some crud back here that's kind of stuck on right here and here. Not a big deal. They're going to clean it for them, and even if they don't, I'd just re-clean it myself anyways. And guys, do you remember these? Do you remember these where you just take this off, right? It's a magnet and you're able to wash the mirrors, and then they just bada bing, bada boom, go back on. So if you have a Newmar and you have these, you're lucky. All the other manufacturers should get on the mirror kick, kind of like that. So we're going to go have lunch, and we'll see you at the end of the day.
End of the day recap. Our customer's here. He doesn't want to be in the video, which I understand, but he wanted to meet us to make sure to fast forward his picking up of this unit, because there's a special deal. You know how it is. You can save $20,000 if you pick it up by the next day, or right now. Sign now. We're gonna give you a free Diet Coke, whatever. And that was the urgency of having us come and do an inspection. And now I'm trying to fast forward him to the things that we found that they could work on and work right away. We have a big problem with the inverter charger. And as I was showing Joe, the battery's going down pretty quick the minute you release power. There is a problem. And it is a contingency to his purchasing, because maybe if it doesn't, exactly, it is contingent to this working. Listen, get over yourself. You're only paying $500,000 for this. I mean, what do you expect? A freaking Mercedes? Yeah, Mercedes is about 80. Maybe you ought to buy a Mercedes instead of an RV. Just saying, you know, bring a tent and a Mercedes. Have just a pinhole up here. What I have for life safety on this unit is more of the wheels themselves. So you can see this has been gouged. So this has actually been chafing the wheel, and now you can't put air in there. You can't check how much air is in there, because this little valve is actually leaking out the minute you try to put a gauge on there. So other than that, everything is pretty much flawless in terms of mechanical underneath. Everything is perfect, doing the job that it's supposed to. Everything is neat, clean. Listen, 1,400 miles. I mean, this is new. Nice 315s of tire in the front, 295 in the back. That is pretty nice. So the door that's not adjusted, the screen door, the little things that happen, that is not, it's just going to be on the report. So the major things that we have here is this slide out on the other side that he'll have to address and go to, most likely go to Newmar itself to fix their error. It's not the dealer's fault. These little things on the wheel, well, actually, I just remember there's, okay, on the front cap, in the front of the unit, the cap that goes over where you're driving, the front cap wall, the corners actually are molded, but on the inside, which is fiberglass, it's actually rounded and it's all capped in. So it's a wall that was fiberglass molded. Well, both the corners are actually separating from the cap itself. So paint's coming out and you can actually touch it, so it will actually eventually crack all the way. Not good news for Newmar. Again, things they should, I don't know, up their quality about, or whatever supplier they have, because they'll blame it on somebody else anyway, but that's the name of the game. So we're not blaming it on nobody. All right, so now let's go check what Laurel found out on this glorific day of Superstar Day. Maybe she is a superstar. Maybe she turned into a superstar. Let's go check her out.
So it's the end of the day, and what a fantastic day we've had. Now, I have found a lot of little things inside. So let's just start right here. Talking about the leather, looking here at this booth dinette, I have grease spots on the leather, and I also have a grease mark on the passenger seat. But then underneath this booth dinette, we have this front panel right here that is not even attached to the booth at all. So that's something that they definitely have to fix. But then, you know, I saved my water till the end of the day, and coming over here to the sink, I had no leaks. But here in the corner, I have missing sealant. Definitely something they want to get on, because you don't want that water getting in there and rotting things, right? So then, speaking of the water, so I come in here, I do my shower. What do you think happened? Yes, it leaked both sides. All this water is coming out the sides. I looked first and I thought there was a lot of sealant on there, but there's just this little pinhole that's letting that water come out. So that's really unfortunate. So then I did a little vacuuming. Well, you know, the vacuum was working. As long as I had that dustpan up, the vacuum actually worked. If that wasn't up, the vacuum didn't work. But then what happened was, outside underneath the coach, the off switch is off, but it's still running. It never stopped, but it was off. So I actually had to shut it off with the breaker. Not a big deal. So as far as that vacuum cleaner goes, they're gonna have to fix that as well. Adventure isn't hanging off a rope on the side of a mountain. Adventure is applying it to the day-to-day obstacles of life. If you're new to our channel, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, C4BO, it means comment for Blue Ox. So remember, and do never forget,
About the destination. It's all about the journey.
they'll have to remedy the situation on that also.
That didn't sound good.
That didn't, I know, I realized that.
What did I? Oh, hold on. Oh, yes. So we'll see you at the. No, let's go check what Laurel has then. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She's still working inside. So if she stops talking, I'll be able to continue this.
But they can fix that quite easily. So that's pretty much wrapping up my day. I'm sorry. Just start backing up. You're really close to me. Cheese. Co-captain seat. Co-captain seat?
We're in the States that there's 3 seasons in one day. And for some people that don't know what that is Texas. So from freezing in the morning to all right in the daytime to back to snow in the afternoon or rain, or welcome to Texas. So